Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. You guys are just in time. I'm about to have 5 college students come and give me an explanation about a study done by researcher Azarensky. Azarensky found a correlation between rapid eye movement, or REM as they call it in the psychology world, and dreaming. So why don't you come over as I do this interview? So what was the reason behind this study?
Well, in 1952, Eugene Azarensky was conducting a study of sleep. His research involved observing infants as they slept. During one of his observations, he noticed that active eye movements would periodically occur in the infants as they slept. Following this, there would only be occasional slow rolling eye movements. As Azarensky theorized that dreaming may be associated with these periods of active eye movements, because infants are unable to talk, Azarensky revised his study to include adults. This way, his subjects could communicate with him to indicate whether or not they were sleeping or dreaming at any given point.
So what was the hypothesis of this experiment?
The hypothesis of this experiment is that the more frequent someone is being woken up from REM sleep, the more frequent the body will try to recover from lack of sleep.
What were some of the methods and procedures used in this study?
Well, there were 8 male participants ranging for age 23 to 32, and they would arrive at the lab around their bedtime. Then small electrodes would be attached near the eyes and around the head to record brain waves and eye movement, and they lead them to sleep. They were told to go to bed at their usual time. The experiment was divided into 2 parts. During the first part, the information was gathered for the baseline. Then they deprived the participants for rapid eye movement. And after 3 to 7 nights, the experimenter would awaken the participant every time they began to dream. Then they recovered with regular sleep. The 6 of them returned to the lab, but now they were awakened between dream periods instead of during the dream.
Can you give a summary of the results of this particular study?
The researchers found that the participants' average time of undisturbed sleep was 6 hours and 50 minutes, and the average time of dreaming was around 80 minutes, almost 20%. What's interesting to note is that there was extremely little variation in the amount of sleep each participant got, plus or minus only 7 minutes. The study found that dreaming time increased during the recovery night, which was after the dream deprivation nights, where the researchers had to awaken participants from 7 to 22 times. The average dreaming time during recovery night was 112 minutes, or 26.6%, compared to the 80 minutes during the baseline nights. Now, if we don't include the 2 people that the researchers noticed that barely increased in any REM sleep, then we get 127 minutes, 29%. That's a 50% increase.
What was the significance of this study?
The significance for this study was for people that used alcohol and other drugs because it deprived them from REM sleep. We all dream. When we are deprived from REM sleep, we have more time dreaming the next night of sleep. But it can become dangerous when it becomes a habit to not get REM sleep because of the REM rebound effect. They go back to the drugs and alcohol, so they won't have to dream again. Lack of REM sleep can also affect memorization and new information in a negative way.